Hi everybody, it's Amalia, and I'm here today with the final video for the Crafty Goals Collab 2019. And I am in a hurry because I have things I have to do today, and we had visitors this morning, and now I have to get ready to go to a baby shower, and I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can and get this up for all you guys to see. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this collab for 2019 in the comments below. If you're already a subscriber, please click the bell so you always get notified whenever I post a video. It's been a great collab this year, 2019. It's been so great, and what I believe to be successful, that I decided to continue the collab into 2020. If you're interested in joining the collab for 2020, there's an open sign up for everyone that the deadline is January 8th. So if you're interested, send me an email at my email address by January 8th. And this is the email that you're going to send it to. I'll also have ways for people to sort of support the collab and join the collab. And I'll announce that in the Crafty Goals Collab with Amalia 2020 intro video, where I tell you about my goals for 2020. I have my goals written down, but they're still in pencil because I'm still debating what it is I want to do, and what I want to accomplish, and what I want that to look like. So I just thought this was funny, and that's why this is here. I don't call them New Year's resolutions. I prefer the term casual promises to myself that I am under no legal obligation to fulfill. That's what a goal is. It's only for you, and it's nobody else's business or nobody else's problem, only for you. And you're under no obligation to do anything you want to do. So let's get started with my goals. So here are the goals that I've had for 2019 that I've talked about throughout this entire series of monthly videos for 2019. I completed my 5 paper pads for 2019. I did this paper pad from Bo Bunny, this paper pad from Teresa Collins. Who was this paper pad? This was from AC Moore, and it's Love Nicole. My Mind's Eye. Sorry, you can't see any of them. I even stood up so I could look in the camera. And this one was this one from Fancy Pants. So I have a playlist of all the 6x6 paper pads that I have killed in my YouTube career. So take a look at that playlist when you have a minute. And that goal was completed in December, and I used a paper pad that I had already dug into but not completely used up, and I made 25 cards. So we're all set for that one. I made a total of 207 cards. Projects made from my stash. I did an entire video on that one, and that was all basically watercolor projects. And this is the only one that I have at hand. I have one on my wall, and the other one that I did, I don't know where it is at the moment. It might be on my buffet, or my hutch. And I didn't like the way this one came out pretty much, but I love how it was constructed. I love the simple wood slats. This is a piece of watercolor paper with some resist on it. But I love the wood slats that it was attached to, and just the simple twine that was used. It's such an easy way to create a frame or to hang something that you've created. So I keep it around as a reminder of maybe to do something like this. Otherwise, I'm going to donate this to Salvation Army because I don't really care for it. So those were those 3 projects. Those are done. No Buy Craft Month. I will come back to this because I promised you all to do an analysis of this. For the Split Coast Birthday Random Acts of Kindness monthly cards, I sent out 7. Why does this pen not want to write on this paper? I sent out 7 in December, and that means I made a total of 124 cards. My goal for the year was just to produce at least the minimum, which was 2 to 3 cards. And I often did more than the minimum, but I did complete sending out cards every month. I've decided to take a break from doing this every month. Because I want to focus on doing other things, other crafts, other artistic endeavors. So I told them that I wasn't going to be doing it for a while. I may decide in the middle of the year to go back in and do that, but this is not part of my goals for next year. For YouTube videos, I did 5 videos in December for a total of 53 for the year. My goal was 45, and so I completed that goal actually in November. For the House Mouse collab, I did my House Mouse project. This was my House Mouse project for December. I love the way this came out. I also have a playlist for all my House Mouse videos. So check that out and you'll see some of the other projects that I made. That's done. I would like to do a compilation video for the year. I have, and so I am going to do that, but I haven't done that yet. I'm still calling this done because the extra video was a bonus video, and I will get that done whenever I get that done. For Racks and Happy Mail, and I get to decide when my goals are met. Anyway. Racks and Happy Mail, I sent out another 6, which led me to 16 for the year. It's funny how those add up. Totally didn't expect that. For classes, I finally completed the Sandy Alnock watercolor paint-along class, and I will do a compilation video on that. Here's a sneak peek to the final project. How's that? Pretty impressed, although I did make some mistakes, and I learned a lot from that, but I'll do a compilation video for all the projects that I did with that paint-along class, and I completed a total of 4 classes for the year. Let's see, so that's checked off. For the Crafty Goals collab, starting in like October, November, I sent emails to the ladies letting them know what the themes are, what the whole thing for the year, till the year end, so that in case I didn't reach out to them or it was too late in reaching out to them, they knew what to expect for the rest of the year. I did a intro video for the Goals collab for 2020. I'm calling Crafty Goals collab done for the year, and themes done for the year. Everything is checked off with Sharpie and awesome. Show us your sheet load. I completed the one for December. I made 20 cards in December for a total of 87. For extra collabs, my goal, I didn't have a goal, I just wanted to do extra collabs. I did 2, and I started that in, I guess, July. I did 2 in July, and then another one happened to come in thanks to Beth from Bourbon Creek Crafts. And so I got 3 done for the year, and that's it. My goals are done. So happy face on that. Now let's talk about the spend. I'm going to review the months that I started. So for those of you that are just joining and didn't know anything about this collab, I started the collab with a 0 spend goal, and the goal was 8 months out of the year. And At about July, I realized I wasn't going to be able to meet that particular goal, so I changed my strategy. Many people told me from the beginning that that was a really hard goal, and I should have listened to them, but I didn't. But I gave myself the grace to change my strategy, and my strategy changed from not a no-buy, but to track spend, and I did that for December as well. Track spend for the rest of the months, and I tried very hard to be very faithful about tracking. And here's how I tracked it. I'm covering up the amount of spend because I don't know if I want to share that. I will share part of it at the analysis in the end. But what I tracked was the date, what I bought or spent on, and where I spent it, and the last column is the amount. So in August, I had an art retreat. I went to an expo. I bought some things at Michael's for some projects. I bought a cart for storage. Amazing Savings. I found some amazing things at Amazing Savings, so I bought some stuff from there. Still happy about that buy at Amazing Savings. I happened to buy paint. I spent $1.50 on paint at Michael's. I went to Hobby Lobby for their clearance. That was a big chunk of change, and found some great stuff. They had some Labor Day stamps, and Impression Obsession had a sale. Labor Day sales, and Impression Obsession had a sale on stamps, and I bought a bunch of 6x6 background stamps, and Sculpey also got a hold of me with a deal, and I bought a bunch of products from Sculpey as well. And so that was for September. For October, we had a funeral we had to go to, and after the funeral, we just kind of went around the area and went shopping. So I found some great stuff at AC Moore. And then Maryland Mosaics had a sale, like 40% off, which was a fantastic sale. And I bought some things from them. And of course, I went shopping at Tuesday Mornings for my house mouse stamps. And then I had to buy some color shift. Then the enablers got a hold of me, and I had to buy all of the color shift paints from, what is it, Folk Art. And then an enabler got a hold of me, and I had to buy a gold foil tool from HSN. And Christy Marcotte let me know about a great deal that I had to take advantage. And Tailored Expressions must have had a deal as well, because I made my first purchase with them. In December, I buy from Quality Crafts a lot. That's Jen Evers' thing. She's here on YouTube. And I bought a class from artclasses.com, so I'll be working on that in 2020. I went to the post office, and I bought some Nina paper. I filled out my Copics collection for the Copics class that I'll be doing. And other than that, I really didn't, I mean, it came out to a lot, but I didn't buy a lot in December. So here's a bit of the analysis along with what I just talked about. For postage, I spent about $91.30. That would really be $100 more, because at the end of December, in December I bought 2 rolls of 100 postage stamps, one for me, one for Mom. And then I realized that I won't be doing the Splitco Stampers birthday cards every month, so I probably won't be needing all of those stamps. So I took that total out of the cost for postage, and that left me with about $91.30 for the racks and other things that I would send, like the birthday cards. Quality Crafts, again, Jen Evers here on YouTube does a Crafty Garage sale every 2 weeks, and she has some really unique things, and things that I really like and really want at really decent prices. She also has new to market things, but she mostly sells like secondary type of things. That's why it's called Crafty Garage Sale. And I've been doing that for a while, but I tracked from August, and I spent that much from August through December. And I'm very happy with my purchases, but I just was thinking to myself that I could have bought a Scan and Cut with that amount of money. I don't have room for a Scan and Cut, and I'm not sure if I have patience for one either. But that's just something that I thought about. From the enablers, I spent about $198.92 for all the enabling that was done between August and December. And I'm very happy about the things I purchased, but those were enabler purchases. And $32.50 was for the Nina paper that I purchased. I'm putting that separately because that's something I've been wanting for a while, but it's also something that I've heard about for a while and have been enabled to buy, because I didn't necessarily really have to buy that. This one day, it was just a lot of money. And for next year, I'm building in a $100 maximum to spend at the expo, and I'm going to hold my friends that I visit the expo with responsible for making sure that I keep to that maximum. Good luck with that, folks. But seriously, I don't want to spend more than $100. I have enough and plenty, and my focus for 2020 is going to be a little bit different. And the only thing that I really will need to buy or would like to buy maybe at the expo, if I can get a good price, is ink refills for the various inks that I have. For classes, I spent $64, which really wasn't a lot. Stephanie Bernard did a class for $29 at the Scrapbook Expo. That was great to meet her, great to learn from her. And Sandy Allnock, I signed up for her class in 2019, but I'm going to take it in 2020. Tuesday morning, I spent about $200, which over the course of a year isn't bad, but that's through the course of the last couple of months. For storage, I spent about $56. House Mouse clearance, I spent about $152. I think that's on 2 visits. And for mixed media mosaics, mixed media purchases, I spent about $255, and that's for like clay supplies and paint and things like that. So the reason I did this is because I wanted to see where my money was going, exactly where my money was going. And I didn't spend a lot of time at Michael's, which is fine, which is good. Let's see. This was eye-opening, but I knew that I was buying, at least $20 every other week from Jen. And again, it's stuff that I'm really happy that I got. I feel that is unique and that you can't just find anywhere else. And again, it's the Crafty Garage Sale if you're interested, every 2 weeks on her channel. And, it's good to know what I'm spending on storage and just how much I'm spending on Hobby Lobby, how much I'm spending on different things. And so what does this analysis lead me to? It leads me to definitely that I need to build in some maximums for special events. I didn't count the retreat that I went to because I just didn't. Because that's an annual thing. That's like a vacation for me. And it's something that I'm kind of going to do every year. But, so I'm still working on my goals. Still working on what my focus is. But if you're interested in joining the collab, again, send me an email at that email address. I want to invite you all to join and thank the ladies from this year's collab. Each and every one of them did such a wonderful job, and it was so inspiring. I learned a lot of things from each one of them. From Lisa, You See Why I'm a Diva, who had to leave the collab due to some major moving and life changes, which are all positive and good, is I learned from Lisa to be brave. Do what you don't really want to and be transparent, and you can see yourself better by doing that. So what I mean by that is that Lisa started that whole tracking of how much she spent thing, and I was blown away by her transparency and how just I thought it was brave. At least it's brave for me, because I don't want people to know that kind of personal stuff about me, and it's no judgment on anyone that does that or anything like that, but it taught me that writing it down, okay, great, you get the receipt, you've got the stuff in front of you, but when you write it all down for the month and show yourself what it is that you're buying, where you're spending the most of your craft spend, and how you feel, you'll figure out how you feel about it, you know, and what you might think about all that, and what you really want to do and how you want to really focus things. So let's focus on something else while I keep talking. From Beth. Beth made a chart. Debbie made a chart as well. Make a chart. That's going to help you keep track of everything. She marked out the months up at top and the things that she wanted to do, and she put check marks in each of the boxes, and that helped her keep track. And I just like that. That spoke to me a lot, and that helps you see things clearly of what exactly it is you're doing. It shows you that you are making progress. And again, that's my way of thinking. From Elaine, I learned, do what you said you would do, keep your promises, and honor your word, especially to yourself. You're the reason that you're doing any of this. If you're setting goals or have a focus in mind, you're the reason you're doing this, and you're doing this for you. And keep your word. And from Paige, don't be afraid to take on as much as you can. If you keep yourself organized by building your goals into your life, she used a calendar, and she put all of her goals into the calendar, and she highlighted them or checked them off that way when she completed them. But she was able to see, you know, her obligations in a large format for the month and plan around those. And she took on a lot. And planning, I think, will help you in terms of what you need to do to take on something that might seem very, very big. It takes courage to start out and do your goals. From Jax, I learned from Jax is to have goals, set goals, work on your goals, and then don't forget to have fun. You know, if you want to go outside and you want to do a little gardening, gardening is definitely physical and creative work. It's very different from, you know, slapping paint on paper or cutting out paper and making a card and things like that. But we all need sunshine, and we all need to do what we can to make us happy. So do what you love is what I learned from Jack. And don't take yourself too seriously. Jackson Saxy, thumbs up. So it takes courage to make goals and to start out to reach them. It takes even more courage to do it publicly in this kind of format. It's also, when you do it publicly, it also helps to sort of like push you to actually complete them. So, you know, it all starts with the first step. In terms of completing things or doing things that you really are passionate about or that you want to do, it all starts with the first step. And again, the journey of 1,000 footsteps starts with step number 1. So do the first thing that you have to do, and then it'll be much more easier for the next step and the next step and the next step after that. That's all I've got, folks, On to 2020. Happy New Year. Click thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Bye.